The article is titled Just Leave Them Be by Rick Bragg. I do not understand some people's hatred of leaves. They look so pretty on the trees in autumn, with their red, gold, and orange lighting up whole mountainsides. It makes me happy somehow to see them start drifting off in the breeze on that first chill day. When I was a young boy, I used to imagine that they would keep on sailing forever and eventually make their way around the world. Once they finally did settle in thick layers on the ground, we would turn them into forts, tunnels, and hiding places. You haven't really lived until you've jumped out, screaming from under a pile of leaves just so you can see your great Aunt Grace clutch her pearls. I could bury myself in those leaves for hours. So why do people in the dull, spiteful, grown-up world despise fallen foliage so much? They act as if it were more akin to a swarm of locusts descending upon us this time of year like some biblical plague. They curse those leaves. I have heard it from Methodists, I think. They go about snatching them from the ground with a grimness usually reserved for killing snakes, piling them into great big mounds and shudder, setting them on fire. They will then stand and watch them burn, chasing down any that, glowing with little flames, try to escape. People will stomp on them and curse a blue streak. I have seen this even among devout Presbyterians, I believe. As if this were not enough, they have invented weapons to do them in. I have a cousin who has one of those giant hair dryers that you can use to blow them around the yard. As near as I can tell, the intent is to herd the leaves like cats from one place to another and sometimes back again. It's possible that I'm just not paying good attention. That happens more and more to me as the seasons pass. But the worst of all, please help me somebody, is a device called a mulcher, which utilizes a screaming, spinning steel lawnmower blade to reduce the whole intact leaves to little bitty strips. You've really got to hate something to chop it up into 100 pieces. I remember reading that the grumpy gardener of this very magazine is actually an advocate for this cruel practice, but that does not surprise me at all. You know how he is. Somebody obviously didn't hug that boy enough. If we were talking about butterflies instead of leaves here, people would do serious prison time for this. Why not just let leaves be? Allow them to become some kind of free-range foliage, wandering the world in peace. Given time, I think nature would just spread them all around, maybe even to far-flung places that don't get hardly any leaves at all, like deserts and such. Be patient for a while, and the winds of change will blow your backyard as clean as the Augusta National Golf Course. And just think of all the cussing we could avoid. The end.